Hi friends, welcome to Ahili Arts channel. I am Uma. In this video, we are going to see this beautiful bunny amigurumi doll. Okay, since it's Easter, we will do this. This is a very simple amigurumi you can ever do. Okay, you can use this. Sorry, you can use this as a hugsy. You can use this as a you can use small hooks and yarn and use that as a keychain also, or you can use this as a security doll for your doll. Anything you can make. Okay, this one I made it for my son for a egg hunt, so I will make one for my daughter also with the pink yarn. Okay, I have used nothing but half double crochet in the whole pattern. Okay, two things I wanted to tell you before even we start the amigurumi. Usually crochet dolls have been done with small thread, that is the yarn we'll be using for doilies, right? Three ply yarns, which is very thin, and it'll be we'll be using 3.5 or 4 hooks. Mostly those dolls will be done by 3.5 or 4 hooks with the 3 ply yarn. Okay, which gives us more intact stitches, and the tights, the stitches will be more tight, and the texture of the doll will be very good. Okay, but I don't like to work with the smaller yarn other than doilies. Okay, so what I'm using is I'm using the regular 4 ply yarn. I don't care if the toy, whatever I'm making is little bit bigger. I always go with the 4 ply yarn and 5 hook, which is very comfortable to work with. Okay, so this also I'm going to use a 4 ply yarn. This is a Red Heart with Love yarn, and I'm using 5 hook. Okay, and second thing, most of the amigurumi dolls are with single crochet. Okay, because again the structure of the texture of the dolls will be very good in single crochet, but I personally don't like single crochet because I usually miscount, and I don't know, if I keep a project down and continue for after some time, I'll confuse how many rounds I have done and how many stitches I have done. So I always use the half double crochet. This is a half double crochet stitch, and I like this texture also. You see, so I usually do with the half double crochet. The second reason I am using half double crochet is when we do the decrease to close the toy, I like the way how the decrease works in the half double crochet rather than in single crochet. So that is why I will use the half double crochet. Okay, so let's start doing this. This one I have done it little bit bigger, but this one I'll do little bit smaller, but I'll tell you what is the change of these two, so that if you want to do with this size, you can do also. Okay, so two things you have to remember. If you want to use smaller yarn with smaller hook, you can do, but I am using 4 ply yarn with 5 hook. Okay, and second thing, you can do the same pattern with single crochet, but I am using half double crochet. Okay, so now start with the magic ring. What I am doing is yarn over twice around your fingers, insert the hook in the first loop, pull up the hook in the second loop. Okay, now chain 1 and do 12 half double crochet. Okay, if you want, you can start with 6 half double crochet, and then in the round 2 you can reach for 12 by increasing, but I don't I feel it's little bit harder doing 2 stitches in one stitch if we have a ring of 6 stitches. So I'm doing 12 half double crochet in the first round itself, like how we will be doing for hats and beanies, right? So that is what I am doing. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let me zoom in a little. 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. All right. Okay, now before you pull this tail end and tighten the stitch, you do a slip stitch, because after you tighten the round, it will be hard for doing a slip stitch. So what I have done, I will do the slip stitch first and then tighten this loop and make a first round. Okay, now keep this tail end on the top so that it will be automatically weaved in. Now we have 12 half double crochets. Chain 1, do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and 2 half double crochets in the second stitch. That is 1 2 1 2 1 2, how we usually increase in the beanies. Okay, so by the end of this round you will be having 18 stitches. Okay, 12 plus 6, you will be having 18 stitches. So complete this round. I'll let you know how to do the third round. Okay, see, I have completed the second round, which is having 18 stitches. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to increase in such a way that how we will increase in the common beanie. You see, we have done 12 stitches. Okay, now as in the second round we have done 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 like that, right? So in the third stitch what we are doing is, third round, 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 like that. Okay, so every third stitch we are going to increase. If you see which is the third stitches, it is the second stitch of the previous round. See, and in the next round we'll again do increase in the fourth stitch, 1 1 1 2. If you see, that will be the second stitch of the previous round. To be precise, how we can remember this is, it's a normal beanie pattern. How we can remember this is, okay, first round 12, second round 18, which is every second stitch, increase in second stitch. Third round we'll have 24, so third stitch, in every third stitch we'll be increasing, right? And in the fourth round we'll have 30, which means we'll increase every fourth stitch. Okay, this is the increase pattern. You see, so in this round we increased every second stitch. So for the third and fourth round, so third round we'll increase every third stitch, fourth round we'll increase every fourth stitch. I will be stopping here, but if you want, you can. For this bunny I have increased till the fifth stitch because I want this as a bigger bunny, right? So I have done in the fifth stitch, in the fifth round I have 36 stitches, which I have increased in the fifth stitch, every fifth stitch. Okay, you can keep on increasing till you reach the reach your required size. In the fifth stitch you will have 42 if you are increasing every sixth stitch, but this won't be necessary if you are using 5 mm hook and the 4 ply on. This round will not be necessary, but if you are using 3 mm hook, 3 mm or 4 mm hook with the 3 ply on, this is necessary. Okay, since we are using 5 mm, we will stop here. Okay, so what we will do, chain 1, So we are doing third round, so increase every third stitch. 1, 2, and in the third I'll do 2 stitches. Now again 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. In the third stitch do a 3 stitch, sorry, 2 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Count your stitches after every row, because if you miss one stitch in the first one row, you will be missing 2 stitches in the next row, right? Because we are doing increase, right? So if after every round, count your total number of stitches. Okay, how you can know you are doing it right is at the end, see, you will be having 1 stitch for doing 2 stitches. That is how you will be knowing. See, 1, 1, and in the last stitch I have to do 2 stitches, right? So that is how I'll know, okay, I have followed the pattern correctly. So now slip stitch into the first stitch. Then how we will do now? Chain 1, increase in the 4th stitch. Now we are in the round 4, increase in the 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch we'll do 2 stitches. Okay, so continue this round and I'll meet you at the end of this round, and let's start the next stitch, next round. Okay, see, I have done my 4th round. I have 30 stitches. Okay, I am stopping here, but for this bunny, this yellow bunny, I have done increase up to 5th round, that is 36 stitches. Okay, so that is how I have this size. But as I already told, this for my younger child, so I am stopping with 30 stitches, so that this will be little bit smaller than this bunny. Okay, if you want, you can increase one more round also. So from my 5th round, I will be doing 1 stitch in each stitch around for 6 rounds. That is, from my 5th to 10th round, I will be doing 1 stitch in each stitch to do this phase. Okay, so after that I'll tell you how to decrease and join, right? So continue from the 5th round. You might be having it as 6th round also. Do 1 stitch in each stitch up to 6 rounds. You can have 8 rounds also if you want this bunny to be little more bigger, but 6 is a reasonable size. Okay, you don't want this face to be more cylindrical shape, right? So 6 is a correct number of rounds you can have for the perfect round face. Okay, now I have done 10 rounds. Okay, what I should do now, I have to start decreasing. As you know, I have 30 stitches in here, and I increased up to 4th stitch. So now in the decrease part also, I will start decreasing from the 4th stitch, and then continue the same pattern. Okay, how I will do that is chain 1, yarn over, do a half double crochet for 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch I need to decrease, right? So 4th stitch I need to decrease means I have to decrease 4th and 5th stitch into 1 stitch. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, again insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 4 stitches in your hook, yarn over, pull through all the 4. Okay, so I have 5 stitches. I had 5 stitches which is decreased into 4 stitches in this row. But if you had 36 stitches, if you have increased up to 36, what you should do, you should decrease in the 5th stitch, right, to make it into 30 first, and then start decreasing from there. Okay, so whatever number you have increased, that is how you will start decreasing as well. Okay, since I have increased up to 4th round, I am starting with 4 stitches. If you increased till 5th round, you should start with 5th stitch. Okay, so again, yarn over, half double crochet, 1 2 3, and in the 4th stitch I should decrease, yarn over, insert, pull up, again insert, pull up in the next stitch, pull through all the 3. You should always yarn over before you decrease, because this is a half double crochet decrease, right? If you didn't yarn over but just decrease 2 stitches, it will be a single crochet 2 together instead of half double crochet 2 together. Then that stitch will be little less in height than the half double crochet, then it will be a mess. So always yarn over before you decrease, like how we do the half double crochet. So 1 2 3, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, then insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 4 loops. Okay, now same, 1 2 3, now decrease, yarn over, insert, pull up, insert, pull up, pull through all the 4. Now 1 2 3, yarn over, insert, pull up, insert, pull up, do a decrease, pull through all the 4. Now if you see, I have 1 2 3 4 5 stitches remaining, where I will do 3 half double crochets and 1 decrease, right? This is the way I know I have done the pattern correctly. So 1 2 3, and in the last 2 I will do a decrease and slip stitch into the first stitch. Okay, now what shall I do? Since I have decreased the 4th stitch, now I should decrease the 3rd stitch, right? So chain 1, yarn over, insert, do a half double crochet in the first 2 stitch. I'm sorry, this is why I don't use soft yarn for amigurumi, but my daughter likes this color, so that's why I'm doing that. So 1 2, and in the 3rd stitch I should do a decrease, right? So yarn over, pull up a loop, then again insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all the 4. So this is what I'm going to do on the whole. 1 2, decrease, yarn over, insert, pull up, pull up, pull through all the 4. So by the end of this round I should be having 18 stitches, right? Now I had 30, first time I decreased, I got 24, now I am decreasing, I will get 18. So continue this round. Next I will do the decrease in every second stitch, 1 decrease, 1 decrease, 1 decrease, like that. So after that we will insert the stuffing also, then I will show you how to close this and start with the ear. Okay, so do this. I will meet you at the end of this round and we'll do the decrease one more time. See, I have completed the next round with the decrease of 1 1 2 1 1 2. Now I have just stuffed with the polyfill. I got it from Walmart here. It's just the similar one, like it's for stuffed toys and crafts. It's easily flammable, so don't keep it in reach of children. Okay, So now after this row, what I am doing is I am decreasing in every second stitch. So insert half double crochet and decrease in 2 stitch in the second stitch. So half double crochet, decrease. Always stuff with little more than you feel like it's enough. Okay, then only, even though if you squeezed, it will come back to the shape. Okay, so half double crochet, decrease. 1, 2. Double crochet and decrease. 1, 2. Half double. So by the end of this round, we'll have 12 stitches as of the first round, but that stitch, yeah, sorry, but that round we have started with a magic ring, so it won't be having any gaps. But this round we have to still decrease one more time to have a 6 stitches, and then again it has to be decreased with the 2 stitches, and then stitch it with the yarn needle to have no gaps. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 okay. 2, and finally if you see, you should be having 3 stitches, so that you will be doing 1 half double and 1 decrease. Okay, I agree it will be little hard to crochet with the stuffing inside, but you just control the ball pressing against the table and then do the crochet, and finally do a single crochet, then chain on, do a decrease in all the stitches, which is two stitches in the same, decrease, another decrease, again 1 2 1 2 1 2, again lastly 1 2. So now we have 6 half double in the last, right? So insert and do a slip stitch into the first stitch, then what you do is you should do one more decrease, that is we have 6 stitches, decrease decrease decrease, so that we have 3 stitches at the end of the next round, so we can sew them up with the yarn needle, right? So first do a slip stitch with both the loops. Okay, now you don't have to do a chain one because we are just doing the decrease, we are not increasing the size. So 1, and 2. Okay, now what I'll do, I will chain one, fasten this yarn, and use a yarn needle to sew it up all together in the round and push it back in the inside the ball. Okay, and now we will be doing, see, you see, after sewing it up I inserted the hole into the ball. Now I will show you how to do this ear. Okay, I'll show you how to do this first ear so that you can do 2 pieces of the same and then sew it up to the side. Yeah, this is just the same of this half double crochet, but I have stopped increasing after 12 stitches. I've started with 6 and 12 stitches on the whole to 15 rounds and then again decrease. Okay, let's see how to do that. Sorry, I've been talking without even clicking on the recording. Okay, so what I'm doing is I found the yarn needle and sew through the ends. Okay, I'm sorry I did this off camera because I thought I have clicked the recording. Okay, now I couldn't untune because I have done knots. So what I have done is I have done 2 knots. Now I don't want to cut this tail end. What I'll do, I will insert this yarn, I will insert the needle inside the hook and get it from the other side so that this tail end whatever we had is buried inside the stuffing, so that we will be little more confident that the yarn needle is, sorry, the tail end is more secure. So if you see, this is little bit smaller than this, right? So now we are going to do the ears. Okay, for the ears, as I told you, this one I have done 6 stitches at the beginning and increased 1 time so that I'll have 12 stitches and did the same 12 stitches for 15 rounds. But since this is a big smaller bunny, I'm going to do only 5 stitches at the start to have only 10 stitches. Okay, because this big ears will be little bit too much for this bunny, right? But you can, if you want, you can do the 6 stitches only. Okay, so now magic ring, do this secure chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now it's done. So tighten it up together, but my suggestion is do the slip stitch before it tighten completely, because if you tighten it first then do the slip stitch, this loop will be hard to get. Okay, so keep this tail end in front of the loop, in front of the stitch, and do the slip stitch. Now tighten this up so that there will be no gap. Now chain 1. This is the only 1 round we will do the slip stitch to secure the magic ring, and from next round onwards we won't be doing any slip stitch because we don't want the chain 1 loop that has been shown in the ears, right? So what I'm doing is 1 double crochet, sorry, 1 half double crochet and another half double crochet in the same stitch, like that. 2 half doubles in all the stitches, in each of the stitches, so that we'll have 10 stitches. If you want, you can start with 6 like the other bunny, and you have 12 stitches altogether. Okay, see, I am weaving in my tail end also, because magic ring will not be secured until this tail end is weaved in. As you may see, we have never used a scissor so far except for the last fastening, right? So make sure to weave in all the tail ends as much as possible. Okay, so 1, 2. Now I should have 10 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now what I'm doing is, I won't be doing a slip stitch. I will be doing a half double crochet directly into the first stitch of the previous round. Okay, now we will stop increasing and do 1 stitch in each of the stitches, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we don't have to count because we know it will be 10 stitches, and we don't know, since we don't do the slip stitch and chain one, we don't know where the round ends and round starts. So I'm just going to do this same 1 stitch in each stitch for 15 more, sorry, not 15, 13 rounds, because the first round is having 5 and next round is having 10, right? So after this, from the third, I'll be doing 13 more rounds of the same 10 stitches like this continuously, and I'll meet you at the end of this, the 15th round, to show you how do I decrease with the 6 and then 3 and then fasten it off, I mean stitching it off. Okay, see, I have done 13 rows of half double crochets. Now what I'm going to do, I'll be doing decrease. Okay, so yarn over, insert, pull up, again insert, pull up, do a decrease. So this is what we'll be doing throughout, just like how we did for the ball, right? So after this row, we will just do a slip stitch and cut the yarn with the long tail end enough to sew in the ears. Okay, how we'll do that is, okay, this is, I have done the decrease, and when I reach my first decrease, what I'll do, I'll just insert and do a slip stitch and chain 1 and fasten this yarn. Okay, now we are going to sew in the ear. I have already sewed in first ear. Okay, just to show the difference. Now what I'm doing is, see, I always sew with in between the second and third row, so that you will have 3 rows and 3 stitches in here, so that you can sew it up together. I have left a long tail end so that after sewing I won't fasten the yarn. I will insert into the stuffing and get it in the some other place, so that it will be more secured. Okay, you can use either side as a front side, because since we didn't do a chain 1 and a slip stitch, it won't be showing any joining. So what I'm doing is, I am keeping this in the after the first row. Okay, so I am sewing it little bit. If you mark it as a half, I am doing it in the back half. Okay, so I will do the stitching and insert into both the front and the back stitches like this, and pull up in the next row. Okay, now in the second stitch and in the next row. Okay, that's it. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to do one more time to have enough loops. You don't have to insert into the same stitch or same row again and again, but make sure all the stitches in the ear is covered. Okay, now what I'm doing is, in the 3 loops what I have, I am inserting as a knot. Then again in the back side we have 3 loops, right? In all the 3 loops I am inserting, and once this is done, I will make sure this loop ends in the, this knot ends in the first loop, and I will insert the hook needle in here and bury this tail end into the ball so that I won't need to cut the tail end. Okay, I always do this because I won't feel secure if I fasten the yarn. I mostly avoid the fastening of yarn. See, I hope you like it. I have just I've used the permanent marker because it's just a small I need a small eye, and I have included just this, and my my son draw this mouth, so I'm not worried. So for the mouth, what I have done is, I have just taken a white yarn. You can choose whatever yarn you want, whatever color. Just have it as a simple loop and simple yarn, and yeah, and make sure the center. I always do the mouth before I do the eyes, because I can check the center and do the mouth so that I can place the eyes on each side. I'll just do that's it. See, 2 more times. I will just bury this yarn in the back side. Okay, and this yarn also I will bury this in the inside. So please try this out. It's just very simple amigurumi. You can start. This will be best for if you are starting your first amigurumi. Share your photos in our Facebook page and Facebook group. Suggest your comments in the comment section. If you want to do anything else, share the link with me. We can do it together. More importantly, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video. We are in Instagram. Follow us on Instagram as well. Thank you. Bye bye.